Sociologist Tony Campolo discovered 3 common regrets expressed by individuals 65 years of age and older. They wish they had laughed more, took more risks, and lastly, their strong desire to leave a significant legacy to impact future generations. Hi, I'm Anne McCallum, Executive Director of Highlands Youth for Christ, and I'm asking for your help to transform a generation from the inside out. Each individual's life is shaped by a number of facets that influence who they are as a whole: physical, spiritual, social, and intellectual. We aim to develop each of these areas through relationships so that every youth may reach their full potential. For over 60 years, we at Youth for Christ have believed in the transformation of lives and communities through holistic development. Take a few minutes to hear their stories.
I grew up in a non-church going family. Through family experiences, I was very broken, and I really didn't feel like there was any good need for me. I guess I felt more like a burden if I went to go talk to my mother or something like that, because I felt like she was already dealing with so much as a single mother. I always thought I was alone, everyone else had the perfect family. My cousin, who was my best friend, suddenly passed away. It really took a toll on me because I never experienced death before, but it just drifted me further away from God. I never understood why, if there's a God so great, why he would put so many difficulties into our family. It took me a while to get on board with God, I guess. It definitely started by going to the youth center.
So when I was 12 or 13, my view of God was vague. I didn't know really what he was, I didn't know who he was. Me and my friend were walking by a YFC, and this random man comes out and he's like, "Hey, do you want to come inside?" And we're like, "No, thank you." Because you know how your parents always tell you, don't go in strange buildings with strange people. This guy looks strange. And so the next day we decided to go in, and it was actually a lot of fun.
When I was about 14 or 15, YFC held a community event. There was just a preacher and a worship team, and that was the night that God decided to grip my heart and really use that night to warm my heart to him, and where I accepted Christ.
When I first found out I was pregnant at 17, I felt very scared, alone. Through my high school years and through my pregnancy with my daughter, I kind of fell away from God because I didn't know why everything was happening. I was in another program where you had a nurse come in, and she introduced me to Young Moms.
I grew up playing a lot of sports. I was involved in pretty much everything from arts to sports to drama, anything to pretty much keep myself out of trouble. And throughout university, I realized I wanted to help youth before they actually got involved in the system.
I had a lot of questions. I was pretty skeptical about believing in something you couldn't see. I was never comfortable talking face to face. I was very shy. I was very self-conscious. I didn't ever want to stick out, and I had so many questions. But if we were in a group setting, I always had that fear that I'd just look like an idiot. And so I started journaling with one of the staff members, and I would just have these questions, and we would just pass it back, once a week or whenever I had questions, and it really would just open my eyes. And she'd give me Bible verses to read, and I would just study on them.
What kept me coming back to the youth center was the staff, the people, and the general love you felt when you walked in. The staff was always there for you. They wanted to be your friend. They wanted to hear about your life, how your day went. It was always a nice feeling.
The same YFC worker that was putting on that event years before, when I gave my heart to Christ, years later is heavily involved in my life now. He's taken under his wing me and a couple of guys, and we've walked through a lot of just the real issues that we face. Through this mentorship program, he has helped us to really grow our faith into really being authentic and being out there in the world. If I didn't have the mentor that I do have through YFC, it's really hard to say where I'm at, where I would be.
It was very scary at first, getting to know everybody, but once everybody got to know everybody, we kind of formed a family, as we call each other. What's very unique about the staff at Young Moms is that whether you have a little issue or a big issue, they are very willing to sit there with you and just listen to what you have to say, trying to figure out if what's right from wrong.
YFC allows us to be free of red tape, to be able to really enrich, to be involved in these youth's lives and present a gospel, present a message, and that's the love of Jesus Christ, and be able to show them that love and to be able to partner with them in ways that you wouldn't be able to do with other programs in the community.
Eventually just getting more into the Bible, becoming more comfortable with myself and who I was with God, made me more outgoing. It made me more comfortable for who I am, and even with all my little insecurities that I still struggle with day to day, I know God's made me like who I am for a reason. People always say, I'm so sorry for what you went through, and I couldn't be more thankful for what I went through. I'm happy I did, actually, because God's given me this gift to be able to connect with others, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
Well, since I've gone to the youth center, I've been more in contact with people that know God and people that love God and who have God in their lives. I now have way more actual true friends. The impact Christ has made in my life is vast. I used to be this kid that did nothing. I hung out with the wrong kind of people. But since I started knowing Christ, my life has been changing. I know that anything I do, I have to check back to the Bible and make sure that I'm not just disobeying it and I'm following what James 1:22 says. Well, James 1:22, which is my favorite verse, says, "Do not merely listen to the word and therefore deceive yourselves, but do what it says." If these kids didn't have the youth center, they wouldn't have a clue what love felt like. They would just know how being broken felt like.
If there's one thing I could say to you, my own Youth for Christ worker, it would be thank you so much for modeling what it is to live a Christ-like life. Thank you so much for modeling what it is to love your family and to love the people around you, because it has spoken volumes to my own life, and it leaves me wanting to do the same.
It's opened my heart knowing that there are other people like this around, and you don't have to be scared or alone. There are people out there to help you and to support you through this. I don't know where I would be without Young's moms. They've been through my journey with me since day one.
These are just a few of the powerful stories of lives being transformed by God through YFC. I have a question for you. What's going to be your legacy? Perhaps it will be that scared and confused teenage mom being prayed for and supported by a caring community. Or by providing the safe place for that shy 13-year-old boy who needs the support of peers and Christian adults who care. I'm asking that you seriously consider YFC in your estate plans and will. We, like you, see the hope and potential in every young person. Can I count on your support?